at Gold's Gym in Venice. I'm here with my good friend Robby Robinson. I'm Rick Grayson from Rick's Corner on a very, very rainy day in Venice. And what's better to do on a rainy day? Train.
Train.
So,
all the time.
Isn't that true? So we decided today we're going to show you Robby's chest workout, and we're going to start with a couple of different exercises and how he does it, and then you'll benefit by watching, and you can try it in your own gym when you go on a rainy day. All right, what are we going to do first, Robby?
I think benches is like one of the basic exercises. I think it definitely should be a part of everybody's program.
Right.
You can't really build a chest, with the machines, no disrespect to the machine, or with a lot of dumbbell work. You got to stick with the bar work.
Well, on a bench press, though, you're going to be doing it on Smith.
Yeah.
So the Smith machine, basically, I like the Smith. Mm-hmm. It's like doing benches on a bench.
Yeah.
It's very similar. Mm-hmm. It's the same movement. And we talked about this once before. If you close your eyes when you're doing an exercise and you visualize that you're using dumbbells or you're using a bench, sometimes I can feel the same muscle work as if I am doing it.
Right.
Even though I'm doing a machine.
Exactly.
But there's days, a lot of guys have shoulder injuries, wrist injuries. Now I know that some dumbbells just hurt you doing like
I think the machines can be usable definitely in the sense of trying to recover, having injuries. It's good to go back to the machine. I do it occasionally myself.
Well, especially if you have a foundation from bodybuilding over time.
Yeah, exactly. It's good to get the body rest.
Exactly. You and I put our time in with dumbbells and barbells and lifted heavy back in the day, and it laid a foundation. It laid the groundwork for bodybuilding. Right. Now when you move on to the machines, you're basically maintaining it to a degree, and you can go back once in a while, as long as it doesn't hurt. I mean, benches, I love them. They're my best lift. Yeah. Today with a bad shoulder, it's just kind of hard.
You have to switch and find something else that works.
Exactly.
Especially if you love the game, you're going to find something that makes it work and get that chest pump.
Right.
So you have to switch to machines if you have an injury or any kind of problem with any joint area.
Yeah. So
I would definitely, myself, I've been able to not get any injuries, and I've been able to keep that bench press and incline press in.
Lucky you.
Yeah, lucky me.
All right, so we're going to move over here to the machine.
We definitely start with it.
Okay.
With the.
We have a lot of cords here, so we're going to trip on them.
With the Smith machine, because I think the Smith machine is, in my eye, I can control the bar better, and especially because I train alone, I can use the bar better. I think it's very important to find that piece of equipment or that position in chest work that produce the results.
Exactly.
So I'm going to start off with the bench press.
Okay. Smith machine. Now, how about your grip, Robby? Is it important to either close, wide, or how do you take it?
It's very important that you find
your groove.
Find the groove. For me, it's probably a thumb grip.
Yeah.
And from there, I feel completely physical. All the weight is on the heel of the head.
Here and then
exactly.
Pull in. Okay.
I'm secure from that position.
Okay.
And my whole idea is to target the pecs. My position, I got an upper back arch. I'm not having any play with my head. My head shouldn't be pressing into this bench because I'm on my base. The bar should be parallel. The weight should be lowered to the pecs. Progressive using the elbows. Once you hit parallel position, you should lift the chest up toward the bar and push and squeeze, targeting the muscle. That's what you want to do. Target the pec, 2 of them, 3.
Nice smooth
4 of them,
right?
Oh yeah, you want to feel what you're doing. 5 of them, 6, 7 of them, 8, 9 of them, 10.
Good, yeah.
Put it down. Rest a minute. In my world and in my training, I would go right into an incline press. Right. So to keep that pressure and keep targeting in that pec area. But in the basic sets, you do 4 or 5 sets of bench press, 4 or 5 sets of incline press, 4 or 5 sets of dumbbell flies, or either cable flies.
Okay, so you would go now to inclines. You'd go to inclines now?
I would go up myself. In my routine, I go straight to incline.
Well, I do too. I think it's the way to go.
I just raise the bench up a little bit. We got the same ideas about this trick. Raise the bench. I'm still thinking of the same thing. Get myself into that position. Lifting my chest up to the bar. Finding the grip that fits me, the width that fits me. Roll that pec up, roll those pecs up, and lower the bar. Lift my head up as the bar is traveling down, and squeeze 1 of them.
You always talk about an upper back arch.
2, because I'm on my base, I'm not pressing into the bench. The upper back arch helps you create that base where it's right on the shoulder blade.
Okay.
So then I can keep all the pressure on the pecs, target the pecs, keeping the pressure on the pecs, squeezing, contracting the pecs, controlling the negative down, control the contraction up, holding the contraction a second or two, lowering the contraction down, probably a couple of seconds, squeezing that muscle back up, locking it out. I come out of it and probably weight it again another 45 or 50 seconds.
So you're doing 4 or 5 sets of each?
Yeah, and increase the weight progressively.
Always. Always. Work your weight up to what, like a couple of reps?
Probably up to 3 1/4 for probably 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's the old system doing like 10, 8, 6, 4, 2.
Something like that.
Do you go back down and do a pump set?
I do at the end. I might take 145 and do probably 15 or 20.
There you go. That gets the blood back in there.
Got to get the blood back in.
Now explain to them, because I mean most of you guys know what when you go from flat to incline why you're doing it, but there's some people probably don't understand that it looks like the same movement, but it's not, because you're working a different part of the pec.
Completely different part of it.
And what would that be?
The upper pecs.
Okay.
You're definitely bumming that upper pec. You're causing that split in between the pecs. The Franco Columbo was known. That's what Franco would do. So you're bound these kind of guys. You're going to almost basically emulate them.
Okay. The thing is now when you're doing the upper pec like that, you're still getting a little bit of deltoid into it?
You know what I try to do? I always think that if you keep that certain that width and grip,
right,
and contracting and target that muscle, I never get into soreness in my belly.
Okay.
Because if you start going to maybe extending it too much, then the pecs, the delt will come in there.
Okay.
Because that's what you're doing.
Okay.
You're pushing it up a little bit more, because you're actually going to activate the upper, the front deltoid cap, and that's not what you're looking for. You want to keep it on that muscle. See, there ain't no shoulder going to be involved.
Right. Do you ever, at some point, go a little bit wide arm and get a really good stretch on the pecs?
No, I use basically, if I'm talking about stretching, I'm going to be cable off the machine or dumbbell flies.
Okay, okay. So what are we going to do next?
I think dumbbell flies.
Okay, we'll go. So now we're going to do dumbbell flies?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think dumbbell flies is probably one of the key moves you need for getting that little extra stretch in there, having an enormous pecs, and creating a great pump after the basic exercise. Incline flies, incline press and dumbbell.
This also shapes it, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
It brings the outer side of the pec in?
Brings the outside of it up. And the more you at the end, I work out back in the old days, we're probably talking about doing 5 sets of 12s of this. Yeah. And then you get a 35, 45, and a 40 to finish it off. And you have to do 12 reps through the whole set. So that creates even a better, enormous pump in the patch.
Okay, let me ask you a question, because there's guys that write to you and write to I in their 50s. There's a lot of guys that remember us from way back then. And a lot of you guys ask, as you get older in your pecs, you start to get this little extra skin along the side of the pec, with age. Will this help bring that out a little bit?
I think it would, definitely, because I haven't really noticed that much of a sagginess on my own pecs. Yeah. So I've been keeping the flies in there. Pullovers. That should be the ending exercise for any bodybuilder that's trying to get a big chest. Okay. You're not doing that pullover there. You're not going to have that.
The pullovers are expanding the rib cage.
No, definitely expand the rib cage, and it keeps all this up. See, see, that's what I think. That's one of the reasons my pecs are basically stay the same way. Okay.
Yeah. Same thing for women. Will it keep it up?
That's for sure.
I know.
That's for sure.
Women make us keep it up a little bit.
Oh yeah. Just getting the dumbbells up over the pecs. You can drop your feet down. And if you want to look like Arnold, you can bring them up and cross.
No, we don't want to look like Arnold. We want to look like Robby.
I heard that. If you see me pushing back, I'm getting on my base, which will take my head out of it. Okay. And again, you want to lower the weight. You want to keep all the tension on the pecs. You want to slowly open your arms, slowly keeping all the tension on your pecs, keeping the tension on the pecs. That's stretching the pecs from that position alone. Now from that position, I push with my elbows, rotate the dumbbells in, and squeeze. One of them. Nice and slow, because that's what it takes.
I see something you're doing here that is important, and I've said this to a lot of people. When you come up and you come together, you bring your hands there like that. That's the difference in getting more.
That's the difference. Yep. If you're getting that into the movement, then it's a lot easier to build the pecs. But if you're not getting the pecs up under there and you're able to rotate it, then you're going to have that saggy chest.
Okay, the rotating makes the difference.
Makes the difference.
All right, so basically these are the 3 basic exercises you need to build a chest.
That's right.
If you want to throw in cable crossovers, you can.
I mean, you can do that if you're getting toward a competition. Right. If you're going to get toward a competition, then you're going to go probably do 5 sets of 20s.
Okay. Have you ever done, and not that we're going to do it, have you ever done push-ups in between sets? Like they have these little handles that you can do in between for a pump?
Well, I'll do that. This is definitely when I'm getting ready to go to posing exhibition or seminar, trying to get that body nice and toned and deep muscle separation, of course.
Yeah, that's
you got it. Oh yeah, tails. I have my own little set where I use when I get ready for competition or seminar.
So this is it for chest. This is what you do. This works for you, right? That's a work for anybody right now.
It should work for anybody because that's what bodybuilding is about.
Yeah.
It's finding all the basic exercises for each muscle group to get the look of development and shape and size, and that look of being the next guy in line. Okay. You have to be able to do the basic exercises. All the little cute exercises out there.
Yeah, there's too many cute exercises that these trainers use that they don't do anything.
No, you got to have the basics.
And as we said before, the key to this whole thing is diet.
If you don't get the eating right, it's just like a waste of time. No. And I get like hundreds of emails from all over the world, and they keep saying, well, how can you keep looking like this? I said, it's basically diet. Yeah. It's basic. I don't want to say diet, I want to say eating quality, good quality food. It's eating on time.
Yeah, it's a lifestyle.
Yeah, it's a lifestyle. Well, I want to end it though with pullovers, because I think that is one of the top exercises in getting that whole thing.
Okay. Do you remember that back in Gold today they had one of the knowledge machines that was a pullover machine?
Yeah, what?
A pullover machine that
oh yeah, that they use?
Yeah, because you can put your hands here and you can bring it down and you can come up and you can bring it down.
It's like up here,
exactly.
It's shaped like that. You can grip it.
A lot different than the pullover
and
machine
you push
today.
back with the elbow.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a great machine.
Similar movement. It's a similar movement.
Yep.
Okay, let's see it.
Okay. So we'll start with the dumbbell fly. This is the finisher offer for any chest work.
Right.
The whole position of it is getting down and finding, again, the position where you want your body to be.
Right.
You definitely want it on that base. You want your head a little off the bench. You don't want it to be hanging off the bench.
Right.
You want it a little off the bench. And from this position, you want to reach over and grab the dumbbell or have someone hand it to you. You want to lift your body up in that position. And the whole idea is as the weight is going down, you want to progressively resist against that weight, but lowering your hips. As the hips are being lowered, you want to lay that dumbbell down. Once that dumbbell reaches probably to this position, which now it's all on all the lats and the rib cage and the upper pecs.
Right.
So what you want to do as this weight is hanging there, stretch all those muscles and lift the hips and squeeze. You want to probably do about 10 to 12 reps.
You can see the stretch as you go down. Now it contracts as you come up.
3. It's 4 of them. 5. 6 of them.
Good.
Put it down.
You definitely see that working. Definitely see that working. You definitely see that working.
Oh yeah, so that's what the whole thing, you try to find those exercises and that finish offer to make that muscle have that beautiful little save on the line.
And that's why you look like you do?
That's what it is.
So here's the thing. This is your chest workout. Next time we do this, maybe we'll do legs.
Oh yeah, definitely.
We haven't done that yet, but we're going to go into legs at some point.
Look out, guys.
Yeah, look out. Now we got to talk about another thing. He's got his book called The Black Prince, and you've got to get that book. It's on robbyrobinson.net.
Yeah. Info at robbyrobinson.net.
And look at it and buy it. It's a wonderful book. He writes a wonderful story, and it's something you need to know. Am I right?
You better believe it.
Now he's the Black.
And I will sign the autograph.
Yes, he will. Now he's the Black Prince, and I'm the White Knight. And I also have a book on my life called The Time of My Life on my webpage called rickdrasin.com. So check it out. It's very affordable. You just have to go without a meal to buy my book and buy his book, and then you'll pick up the meal at some other point.
You better believe it.
And stay tuned for more Rick's Corner when we come back down and have Robby do a leg workout. Thank you, Robby.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Rick.
Thank you.